for this week's TV chat, we are going to be talking about Handmaid's Tale, which airs on Hulu. We are in season 4. If you don't know the premise of the show, it's basically like, I don't know, imagine like the Tea Party taking over the United States of America, and you're now under this very extreme regime. And basically all women that were fertile became handmaids to a particular house. So they were basically slaves, I guess, to the house.
Yep.
And
well, no, they had their own slaves too.
That's true. Mm-hmm. So they basically their whole purpose was to bear and birth children for
because
the family.
During this time, people couldn't. Some people were not able to have children.
Yes, and if you were not fertile, then you either were a Martha. Basically, they cooked and cleaned the house, or you got shittier jobs like working out in the field and stuff like that. So that's pretty much what the show is about. It's on season 4. I was really excited for the season just because last season ended with June, who's the main character, helping a good majority of children in her particular district escape. So it was about 86 kids and a couple of Marthas, but June decided to stay back because she still has a daughter somewhere in Gilead, which is the area, or that's basically like AKA the Tea Party that I was talking about. So, how do you want to start? Maybe like...
Well, we can start with the fact that June decided to let everyone leave and not leave with season 3. So the reason that we even have a season 4, well, actually, they could have done a season 4 with her in Canada, but I think I would have preferred a season 4 with her in Canada with her other baby. So she stayed because obviously she has a child that's an older child. If you watch the show, she has a child that's an older child that's there. She has no contact with the child. She saw her once. She's with a family.
Yeah.
But she had a baby.
She did. So she ended up having a baby.
Gave the baby to one of the girls and then...
So the baby's now in Canada. Because Canada, go figure, is still a great place to live. Yeah, with her husband. So her husband was able to escape to Canada. She is stuck in Gilead. So I think that... I mean, I'm not a mother, but... I can only imagine, and mothers, if you're watching this, let us know like what you would do, right? You have 2 children. This child that you are sending to Canada, that you know your husband will take care of. And you have this kid that's stuck in Gilead, being raised by a family. And I think because the kid is raised by a family, she should know that she's not, her daughter's never going to be a handmaid.
Her daughter was happy.
She was happy, but like it wasn't. But it was a family that, like, was not her. Like, June's like, that's my daughter.
I get it. But you know the environment you're in. Obviously, the environment is so bad that you are sending other people's children away.
Yeah.
Why are you staying to find a child that you were barely able to find that time?
Yeah. That
you know is happy, and you would probably have better luck finding in Canada to me.
Yeah, like fighting for her in Canada.
But, yeah, I thought it was a dumb move.
I thought she had to do it. Like, I'm not surprised that she did it. She loves that daughter. And it almost seems like she loves that daughter more than she loves this new kid. Yeah. But it's also like this kid was born out of, well,
it seems like she loves that daughter more than anything.
Yes, even her husband.
Her husband,
I love Hannah. Hannah is my girl. So anyways, that's where we're at in season 4 is basically June has helped like 86 kids and a couple of Marthas escape to Canada. Last season, they basically land in Canada. It's all these like kids and Marthas, and Canada's like, what the fuck? Mm-hmm. And so meanwhile, June is with a couple of other handmaids. She got shot. And now they're trying to seek refuge somewhere. And there are luckily like, you know, little like farmhouses or whatever, people that are not comfortable with what Gilead is doing.
Literally like slavery.
Yeah, so you have like these safe houses.
Yeah, like Underground Railroad, basically.
Yeah, so they found a safe house, and the girls, basically, I mean, Gilead, they were sending their like officers out to like every house and being like, we're gonna find these handmaids, and then June ends up getting caught.
So that was my thing. So let's start in with the questions. How do you think they found them?
Oh, the first time?
No, this time.
So I don't know.
When they were at, the first time we know that they probably figured out, followed somebody. But when they were at the house, because the first safe house they were at was with the young girl.
Yeah.
That really wanted to leave her house too,
Mm-hmm.
to be honest. And then her, boo Nick.
Yeah.
Finds her. But how?
Right, I don't know.
Like,
is it
thought
that big?
was,
They probably know like the houses that are like on the outskirts that,
I don't know.
or the commanders that really aren't like into Gilead like
So
they should
of course,
be.
like usual, I like to make up stories in my head about.
Yeah,
something.
how'd you think?
So I was like, maybe the little girl that was the mistress snitched because she didn't really believe that they were going to take her with them.
You think so?
I mean, again, this was me making up stuff. I don't know.
But this was before
But we never saw the girl anymore, right?
That's true, but this was before, because she asked June, because the Gilead officers came to the house before the girl had even asked to go with them, I thought.
Yeah.
So.
But why'd they come back?
But June knew. June was like, we gotta go, because if they came back one time, they said they're gonna come back. Because the girl was like, oh, my husband, like, can't talk right now. And they're like, we'll come back.
Yeah.
So that's why June was like, we gotta go. And the girl was like, take me with you. June was like, no. But then June was like, yeah, if I don't take you with me. But I think that they were already coming back, so that's why they like ended up.
I don't know, because they were probably already on guard from the first time. Like, you think they just happened, that Nick just happened to come back?
Yeah. I don't know. It was weird, but I guess it's supposed to go with the storyline.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Scandalous to me. I thought.
Yeah, I don't know who would have ratted
And the young
them out.
girl disappeared.
Yeah, like where did
So
she
that's
go?
why I was like, she was probably like, I don't think they really going to, because she was back and forth.
Yeah.
With her attitude, like.
But the other handmaids
Oh,
had
I
already
hate you.
escaped.
Oh, I love you guys.
But the other handmaids had already escaped.
Some of them did.
Well, they all were in that in the second home, not the first. They had left. Because remember, June came back and she got caught.
Yeah.
And then she ended up ratting them out because, go figure, they were like, they have now June captive. And they were like, well, we're going to like do something to your daughter. So then, because they were trying all kinds of tactics. And June was like, I'm not telling you guys where they are. She lied one time. They figured that out, came back, did a waterboard on her. And they finally were like, we're going to threaten your daughter. So that's what they did. And she basically ratted the girls out. But they were not at that first farmhouse. They were at the second one.
But I think that they escaped.
Yeah.
But I still think the girl snitched.
Yeah, because she wasn't with them.
She wasn't with them. Why were they waiting?
Yeah.
Like, why were they still there?
Yeah.
If the girls had already snitched, they still couldn't find the girls. Like, anyway, we know this is something I've made up.
Yeah.
So who knows what really happened? But
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Something else that I thought was interesting, and we're also covering episodes 1 through 4. Hulu was very nice and gave us like 3 episodes last week and then like another episode. So now we're back to like 1 episode a week.
Yeah.
So we're jumbling a couple of episodes together. I also thought it was interesting about Serena's mysterious pregnancy. So Serena's a mistress. She was June's mistress. She was June's mistress of the house. And the reason that June was there is because Serena thought she couldn't get pregnant. And so now she's pregnant all of a sudden. So
I immediately was like, how'd she get pregnant?
Same.
And then apparently made up in my head that she had sex with Nick because obviously Nick was fertile.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But
I don't think they had
online. I was looking up and it said something about them. When they went on their trip to Canada and they were at the bed and breakfast and they had sex then.
Maybe because they were making love this time.
That's true.
Because every other time it was like this angry sex, and this time it was like they were at this bed and breakfast, and I think they started flashing back to before Gilead, and it was like, pre-Gilead, and it was just them, and they were
people
trying to fight the cause.
When they're relaxed and
so, but now she's pregnant because she's only in Canada to try to get the daughter that June had.
Right.
So I don't know how that's gonna pan out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was interesting. I thought it was interesting that Serena's her name. How she's all cool with the Rita, the Martha. Cause like, I didn't think Serena was that kind to anybody that worked for her.
I think that she treated her like a slave when she met with her.
Right.
I felt like even
she's
when
like,
she
I'm
met
glad
with
we're
her,
friends, and I'm like,
yeah, she was trying to, apparently that's her thing, to try to befriend people. Like even her husband, the commander, was like, you're not gonna get over on me this time.
Yeah, like I used to fall for it, but I'm not falling for it anymore.
I think she was just trying to turn it on for her because she needs someone, right? I was just interested in the fact that why didn't she want the commander to know so bad?
True.
Which is why I was like, maybe she had sex with Nick because she don't want. She was like, obviously, it's
he knows
not
he's not
baby.
fertile.
Yeah. So that's what I was like. He probably would think something. So that's why I was like making it up.
Yeah.
For her, but
yeah,
I thought Serena was being sketchy. And,
yeah. I was,
and I hated how they both, Serena and the commander, were so nice to her. Like, oh, like hi old friend.
Right. Like we're not old friends. Like if she couldn't walk away and be like, no, I don't want to be Martha. Like it just, I don't know.
I got connects in Canada. I don't think I would leave.
But you would have had to like know ahead of time. Like so many people got caught at the airport. Like they were going through TSA and they were like, nah, you can't go through. Like that's how bad it was. And
that was the ones with kids.
Right.
They were like, oh no, you got a baby?
Yeah.
You can have babies.
Yeah.
We'll keep you.
Whew.
Right.
I would be in Canada.
We could probably be good. Right. They let us through.
Okay, so what about the crazy Aunt Lydia?
Oh my
God. Aunt
God.
Lydia's over all of the Handmaids.
Aunt Lydia.
So what's her purpose? What do you think her purpose is?
That's my question. What is her purpose? Like, I feel like on one hand, she thinks that she's doing so much good for
Think
these
about
women.
the backstory of Aunt Lydia and how she became, like how she got roped into all of this. Remember, she was a school teacher and that the world was turning into a bad place. And Gilead, the
Are you defending her, Lydia?
I'm not defending her. I'm just saying, like, I think that's why she is who she is. Like, I genuinely think that she feels like Gilead is a better place. Like, you know, we needed to rope, like, real people in. And I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm just saying, like, I think this is why she is so... Because I think she does care about these handmaids if they stay in line. She's like, just stay in line. Like, that's all. She's like, just stay in line. Like, you have a purpose. And she's like, these women's purpose is to bear children. And if you just stay at the house, have sex when you're supposed to, bear the kid, and then you move on. It's not right, because who wants to fucking have kids and then just give them away freely if that's not what you... I don't think these women are signing up to be surrogates,
and
right?
Lydia is a waste of space, and somebody needs to take her out.
Well, June could have taken her out, but
right,
she didn't. But the other handmaid said that she shouldn't do it.
Right.
So... I mean, I guess that's Aunt
Lydia. Because it just is brainwashed by Aunt Lydia. After Aunt Lydia apparently is brainwashed, I'm over her.
They're all very brainwashed.
Oh,
they're all.
And
very
I thought
brainwashed.
it was a turning point when she was in front of the council, and they were kind of belittling her, and it was like, ooh, are they?
Do you think that she was going to do something though? It's like a
no,
bunch of men.
I didn't think she was going to do something in the moment, but I felt like it was a turning point. It looked like she was in her gears were turning, like she was thinking like, I need to help these people and just get these people out. But
then she was like, no, June's the worst thing ever. She needs to be hung.
Yeah.
So, but then it seemed like she's a soft spot for her because when they caught June and they were doing all of these like things to her to try to get her to tell, like to snitch on the other handmaids to figure out like where they were, I think Aunt Lydia was just like, it seemed like she had like a heart and felt a little bad for June. And she was just like, bitch, just tell them where they are so they can stop torturing you.
I don't believe that when you just, like, the day before was saying I need to be on a wall and be dead. So.
Well, she was saying that in front of a bunch of, like, men, so.
Whatever.
Yeah, she's still trying to keep her place.
Needs to be on the wall.
I don't know if Aunt Lydia is going to be on the wall. Maybe at the series finale, like, I feel like Aunt Lydia. Yeah.
These shows be making you want to kill people off. It's bad. I shouldn't even.
Like if I saw Aunt Lydia, I might if she was like, I don't know, bleeding on the side of the road, I probably wouldn't help her.
Oh no.
Yeah, like she's that bad of a person. What about the kids? So remember I said like how season 3 ended, they like all these kids show up to Canada and it's like about 85 kids. And so I'm happy because I'm like, yes, they're out of this crazy fucked up world or country. But then they're going to this other country where their family is not there. And so they flash
some of them, their family was there.
They were able to for some, but some kids didn't know who their family were. Or
I think it's a hard thing because
It's like,
yeah,
did
they've been
she
gone
really
a
do
long
good
time.
for these kids?
I think overall she did good for the kids. I love the
In the
scene
long
with,
term.
yeah, Rita coming to help the little boy and cook for him or whatever to kind of make him feel where he was, before. But I mean,
I think it's impacting the older kids more than like the younger kids.
yeah, I think that in the long run she did the right thing, obviously, because who needs to grow up like that?
Yeah.
But
even though they would never have been handmaids, these kids, because they were with the families that.
Well, you say that, but who are we to know that, right? Because
I guess it's not how it's supposed to be.
Handmaids were the ones that were fertile. They don't know whether those kids are going to be fertile or not.
But do you think because all the people I felt like that had handmaids were like commanders, like they were really important.
Yeah, but you're gonna run out. The women are gonna get old.
That's true. So you bring up a good point. So like Serena, that baby Nicole could have been a handmaid.
Every man can't be a commander.
That's true. As the country grows.
Yeah, like somebody is gonna go into that role.
Yeah. That's a good point.
And it was no rhyme or reason, I feel like. So
No.
besides the handmaidens, because they were the fertile ones.
Yeah.
But then, like, how would they find it out with the kids? Would they be raping the children?
I know, to like just try it out.
Which
for
is
a
why
little
it was
bit.
good that she got rid of them. But
Yeah, I mean Gilead's a fucked up place, and anybody that tries to like explain that it's not,
right. And use religion as their base, like for real.
But I feel like a lot of people use religion,
yeah,
as
sure.
the base. So
they put out all 3 episodes together at first because I don't know if the first episode would have been like good by itself.
Yeah.
So that was probably a good idea. Good job.
Because the last, because it was like it started off with them like you got to figure out, is June gonna survive from this gunshot? Where are they gonna go to so that like the Gilead officers don't find them? And then season 3 or episode 3 ends with her escaping again. So it's like, yes, go June.
Right.
Her and Janine, her and crazy fucking Janine.
So Janine, so
I didn't realize what happened at the very end of episode 3. I guess I was not paying attention.
We touched on this right before we did this, and I said, "Oh, we could talk about it on the show." I was like, "How could you miss that?" Janine took one for the team at the end. Janine was like, "Oh, we good, girl. We can stay."
Yeah.
Like, I was telling Tamara, like, I didn't really understand her backstory thing. Like, it was like, why bring this up? Like, basically you were just telling us that Janine was done before she got to Gilead because Janine got set up by abortion. It was like anti-abortion.
Yeah, it was a pro-life. Like, I guess, maybe she just did a quick Google search about abortions.
Yeah.
And they probably pay more so that they get higher up in the ads.
I'm sure.
But you should just Google it. Like, who doesn't know Planned Parenthood?
Janine.
Janine's an idiot.
I guess the takeaway was that Janine was a little loose, and when they get to this place where the way they pay to stay is to give some.
Actually, she didn't have to give sex; she just give him head.
Right. June was like, nah.
June's like, I've been there, done that. Like, I fucking left Gilead for this place where I thought I was gonna be safe.
Right. And Janine was like, oh, go, at least change your clothes. Go ahead and go change your clothes.
And then she just did it, so.
She came back like, oh, I got this. Yeah. When she eats something, she was eating something. Like, we're good. We can stay.
It went over my head, so.
Good job, Janine. You had it.
Yeah.
Dude, she did something for the team, because I feel like she was that weak link.
Yeah.
The whole time. Always starting trouble.
I mean, that's why she lost her eye.
Right. Right.
She has no eye. As I think that it was interesting that June was like Mayday and the guy was like, what are you talking about? So I just feel like in Gilead they still think that there's like this group called Mayday that's going to be like helping try to overthrow Gilead, and I really don't think that exists. I think it's just like people that like don't want to be under Gilead's rule, and there's enough of them to be able to hold the city together, but not by much, because Chicago did not seem
They didn't look like they were holding it together. It seemed like they were just running them up.
Yeah.
But I hope that June actually leaves this season and we start on a new, getting rid of all these people. Like,
I think she has to stay in Gilead, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Looking forward to episode 4. So this will be like a current
episode 5.
Episode 5. That's right. So this will be a new staple for the show. So stay tuned.
All right.
Bye.